Now, I ragged on millennials in a previous video, and I want to rag on them again. I really do. But I kinda also need to rag on somebody else. I gotta point out that a lot of the attitudes and a lot of the problems that the millennials have that are causing and that they're going to be facing are caused directly by their parents. It comes from the baby boomers and Gen Xers. Fuck you assholes. You destroyed our country. The thing that most people don't seem to want to understand or want to just believe, or even just do a little bit of research to understand the way the housing market works and the way housing bubbles work. So here's what it comes down to. One of the major issues that millennials are going to be facing very soon is birth rates. Birth rates for millennials for the next generation are going to be steeply decreasing over the next few years. Millennials will not be having children in the same way that the Gen Xers and the baby boomers did, because people don't generally have children when they're not in a good state, when they don't have a place to call their own. The problem here is that millennials can't buy houses. They can't get a loan. Houses cost way too much. And the truth is that the houses that the millennials are looking to buy right now, they're not anything different than what their parents bought years ago. In fact, they're the same houses in the most part. They're not anything different. They're not anything special. They're not made out of gold. So why are they $400,000, $500,000 when our parents, the millennial parents, bought these houses at $40,000, $50,000, $100,000? They've increased fourfold since they were our age. How did this happen? Inflation. They've inflated the value. They've created the bubble. They made it burst. So now the housing prices have gone up, and they haven't gotten down as significantly as they should have. More importantly than housing prices going up is that earning wages has not gone up. So essentially, where our parents had the chance to work for maybe 2 to 3 years after college to put enough money together so they could put a down payment and get a mortgage on a house. Now millennials, who are more well-educated, who have more degrees going into the workforce than our parents did, will be taking 10 years to be putting that same amount of money together to put a down payment on. Or they can be taking 4 or 5 years, or 6 years, probably more like 6, if they really skimp down on everything. Meaning, they won't be going out dating, they won't be going for graduate degrees, they won't be enjoying life. They'll be sticking their nose to the grindstone and working. Gen Xers and baby boomers, they're worthless. Honestly, they're worthless. They're still in the workforce now when their parents were around and their parents were the age that they are now. They were getting ready to retire. Now, the problem here is that the way medical science has gone, the way they've fucked the economy, the way they've risen up prices like that and deflated the value of the American currency, they aren't going to be retiring anytime soon. And because of how long we expect to live now, they're not going to die anytime soon. So we're going to be stuck with these worthless old bags of flesh, filling up spots in the workforce that millennials could be filling right now. And millennials could be making enough money where they can actually start their lives. But no, the baby boomers just won't die. They just won't go away. They won't just slowly disappear off into the sunset. Because life isn't a story. Life isn't a movie. Life is a poorly written screenplay by a hack writer with no writing skills and maybe even a little illiterate. That's life. So, we're stuck with these useless old corpses, walking around and acting like they're still alive, destroying our futures, making it so we don't feel comfortable enough in our own living situations where we can have kids of our own and start the cycle over. So we're seeing decreases in birth rates now, and we're going to be seeing major decreases in the next few years. It's not going to get any better. It's going to get worse. The Gen Xers, they still got 10, 15 years left on them for working, and the baby boomers, they got 15 to 20 to maybe even 30 years left. They might be working until they're 80 years old, and they still will probably be working. They'll be working the jobs that we have degrees for, and by the time they finally pass away, by the time they finally decay enough where they can't do the job anymore and they decide, let's move to Florida, it's going to be too late. And the millennial generation is going to be at the point where we have no actual work experience in our chosen professional fields. We won't be able to get the jobs in those fields, and we're going to have a power vacuum in our country where no one is going to be able to fill those positions. It's only going to get worse. It's not going to get better. Like, comment, subscribe, enjoy it. I enjoyed saying it. So I'll see you next time.